Old Martha's Yard. The community garden in Hoyland is the only one open to anyone to go and enjoy its beauty and peacefulness. It's maintained purely by the generosity of volunteers.
Community garden is a garden that's formed by the community. In our case it's because there were nothing there at all and there's nothing else like it in Hoyland. So it were two women who decided to try and get this together. So they applied for permission to use the land, and over the years it's grown. Some have left, some have joined, but it's always around about 10 or 11 people who's regulars, you know. It's a flourishing garden, and we've just received an award from Yorkshire in Bloom. It's very well used, and half of the garden is dedicated to pergolas, flowers, raised bed, things like this. The other half of the garden is for produce, which we grow and let the community take free of charge. Everything we do is based around children, you know. We have Easter fairs, Christmas fairs, May Days, and you name it, we do it. It's a very, very well loved thing. We got a lot of young families coming down having picnics because we have picnic tables, things like that. So yeah. It's very well loved.
Gemma Nima. Gemma transformed the village of Elsica for the Tour de Yorkshire, which brought in lots of tourism both on the day and in the weeks afterwards. She worked tirelessly into the night and planned, designed, made and installed vintage-inspired displays. Everything was handmade by herself or a group of volunteers, including local schoolchildren.
So I was commissioned by a Great Place, Wentworth and Elsica, and they're a project that celebrate history and heritage. So my task was to do the village of Elsica, and I worked with all the residents. So I had help, I had an army of volunteers. So we worked actually over 2 months, 7 days a week, to transform the local park. So we worked with Friends of Elsica Park to yarn bomb the trees, we wrapped them in fabric, we made pom-poms, we worked with the local college to screen print Yorkshire saying banners. We made thousands and thousands of metres of bunting, tassels, all sorts. Well, on the day it were a real carnival festival feel. We dressed every single house on the route, so everybody got within the spirit of things. They were throwing bunting out of the top windows down to the fences. Everybody got on board, but there was a lot of planning involved. It was a real memorable day. I definitely think we made history, which is nice. And thousands of people all over the world got to see our village as well.
Robert Cox. Robert helped form the Brierley Residents Group after the town council was disbanded and has helped sustain a community spirit and healthy environment for people to live in. In just over a year, he's established a massive team of local volunteers who now do monthly litter picks, plant flower beds, and have organised a successful local gala.
So initially with the group itself, we had to form the group. There was no group whatsoever. So first of all, we had to establish somewhere to meet, somewhere where we could actually call home, which ended up being the local Methodist church. So once the group was up and running, which was approximately September last year when we actually finalised and signed the constitution and got working, we then set about top 3 issues. So top 3 issues, number 1 was litter. And number 2 was the environment. We get between 20 and 30 people to actually come out and litter pick around the whole village. We usually get between 20 and 30 bags of litter each month. Other things that we've been working on, so environment, we've worked heavily on the local area. We engage heavily with the local councillors. We engage with residents, and we get residents volunteer to come and form action groups. So we've been active since last September. So within the first year, we've accumulated nearly 1,200 hours of voluntary hours. That's people giving up their time to improve their environment and improve their village, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So it's a credit to everybody that comes and does that.